Let's set off for the news now. Built in 1968, Assam MA Primary School in the Mampong municipality of the Ashanti region is yet to see major facelift. Pupils have over the years been compelled to study in the poor structure. Residents are worried the future of their children is at stake and they want support from governments and other corporate institutions to avert a disaster. Mohammed Nuruddin reports.
From outside, this structure looks good, but the inside, however, conditions are repulsive. The 8 classrooms, sheltering about 400 school children, sadly have cracks all over. Assembly member for Assam electoral area, Samuel Adai-Brobe, is sad about the situation.
51 years ago, and the prominent people in this community have passed through this basic school. I started my basic education from this school, and now I'm top doing my master's. So a lot of people are benefiting from the school, and now look at the nature of the structure. It's a death trap that can cause life. We have written a lot of letters to the assembly with pictures. They have been forwarded to Get Found and other bodies looking for support to put up a very new school building for the school children, but to no avail.
School there, school there, more PP. Yeah, and so Kramuna, as I said, a teacher for no, a pong granama or more a coffee. But
anytime it rains, teachers have to ask the school children to go home, which is not the best. But because the structure is bad, they have no choice. Nobody knows what will happen if the children should stay under this structure to learn.
And so I could Oyonia abato our phone and a buying in also. And unti a must school no, Obia crab bum will be one. Last time you had the teacher, maybe by Obehuya, not as a school no, and Tumpont, as I said, was I a conachi.
I dear crunch is a babu. Sunday, I didn't see a babu. Obe best school cran, I am so. Now, you must so. And 'tis a good idea.
We fear for our children anytime they are about to come here. The structure is not the best for the children. We fear for the teachers as well. We are pleading for government intervention.
Besides the dilapidated state of the structure, furniture is also in short supply.
Sitting on the bare floor, studying. Lack of furniture too is a problem to the school too. Looking at the classes there, you see about 6 people sharing or 7 people sharing 2 mono desks, which is not the best. And it's happening like that. The teaching and learning will not be the best way for them. Teachers don't have enough tables and chairs for teaching also or doing their lesson notes and other things which will enhance effective teaching and learning. So we are pleading to the government to come to our aid to put up a very nice structure for us. Assam is not a small community that deserves such kind of school building.
Residents are worried the school is in such poor state despite producing a lot of people who are now into various professions across the world. Mr. Adai-Brobe says immediate intervention is required to save Assam MA Primary School from collapse.
On education, the moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana is asking government to support private tertiary education through scholarship for students. The Reverend Professor Joseph Obri-Yeboamante observes the lack of funds for government to build new public universities or expand existing ones to meet the growing demand makes it impossible to produce an elite population. He was addressing the 43rd congregation of the Christian Service University College of Ghana.
Though Professor Mante praised government for the free education policy, he believes 2020 will offer difficult moments for tertiary institutions in their bid to absorb expected high numbers of senior high school graduates.
I studied in the US, for example. It's a small university, and if you want to go to the university to do graduate work, it costs you $80,000 a year. I am very much aware of the student loan scheme, which was started several years ago. And I'm not sure how people are able to pay up on those loans. But I'm giving another suggestion. If, for example, it costs 10,000 Ghana cedis per year to train a student in a tertiary institution, government can give scholarships to about 25,000 students every year to study in private tertiary institutions, totaling 250 million Ghana cedis. Remember, it will cost government billions of dollars to build another KNUST or University of Ghana or UCC. So government's best bet for the future of young people in this country is to actively support private tertiary institutions. It will be to government's own advantage and to the benefit of all of us.
He, however, admonished regulatory authorities to check indiscriminate establishment of private universities without recourse to require standards.
It is also important to admonish some of our private tertiary institutions. Some people think of establishing private tertiary institutions purely on commercial basis, just to make money in the shortest possible time. This is unacceptable. Higher education is a serious social service for which productive motive should be in the background. Actually, some people are ill-advised about the establishment of tertiary institutions. It is highly capital-intensive.
Now let's take you to the Volta region, and the Ziavi Traditional Council has championed the establishment of a second cycle institution to help curb the incident of busy school dropouts in the area. Now, though this vision was achieved some 5 years ago, the council is still struggling to raise the administrative costs of running the Ziavi Community Senior High Technical School. Now, speaking at the 19th Dututuzan, Paramount Chief of the area, Togbui Koku Ayim, implored government to absorb the school into the public mainstream system to take off the burden of managing the school from the community.
Ziavi Traditional Area is located about 10 minutes drive from the Volta regional capital of Ho. Residents here are predominant peasant farmers, with a smaller proportion being artisans and gainfully employed. Due to this, some parents are unable to afford second cycle education for their children. Realizing the looming danger, the Ziavi Traditional Council resolved to establish a second cycle institution in the area to curb incidents of basic school dropouts. The Ziavi Community Senior High Technical School was subsequently established in 2014 with immense support from indigents. Yawa Stella Apesogbo is the pioneering headmistress of the school.
Ziavi Community Senior High Technical School, I should say, was started as a remedial class. But as a school, it started on 23rd September 2014 with only 4 girls. But by the grace of the Lord, before the year ended, we had about 21 students.
The school has since witnessed a tremendous increase in student population. The community therefore financed the construction of an 18-unit classroom block to make available enough space to accommodate the students. A library facility stocked with enough books was also provided, while preparations are underway to set up a chemistry lab. A 12-unit classroom block is also being constructed with funding from the Ghana Education Trust Fund. However, the community still foots the school's administrative cost, a development Madam Apesogbo described as challenging.
This school is run by the community, and a dedicated chief, Togbe Ajanyi IV, who for so long a time has been buying logistics for the school, gives scholarship to students, provides desks, even pays salaries or allowances of workers. Also, the community, through the Dututudu Festival, greatly supports the school. Let me just mention this particular term. It took the community 3 months before they were able to pay workers' allowances. So there is a great challenge.
Speaking at the 19th Dututudoza Festival celebrations, the Javi Paramount Chief, Togbi Koku Ayim IV, therefore employed the Ghana Education Service to fast-track the process to absorb the school into the public system.
Bedada me sha me le fififie javito vevito ono mo po be alo le mo po be efeke me la jidudu akosuku onemi nya tefe mi jabagba le gbegbe amo le ngogbe takeri feke va me mi le mo po be wa to ko enemi la de ko me va ko enemi o yata do de sha de mi le wa fifie la e gale mi aji ta e jin me gade le mi afo ya o mi galeji ela mena me su blobe enu biala bo me didio mi ta pe mi galeji kaka efege gbomere ni akoe.
Residents are optimistic the government will absorb the school since there's enough infrastructure to accommodate more students. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Ziavi.
Back here in Accra, the Ghana Revenue Authority has begun processes to prosecute operators of nightclubs and other businesses that fail to honor their tax obligations. According to the GRA, its investigations have revealed the majority of such businesses operating in the night are defaulting in tax payments. The Revenue Mobilization Task Force unit, in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service, embarked on an operation Friday night to clamp down on some of these businesses at the East Legon area. There's more in the following reports.
Among the businesses visited include Chairs Afrique, Yenko Di Bar and Restaurant, Kiki B's Restaurant and Exhale Lounge. Some of these business owners have been issued notices to appear before the Commissioner General with all relevant documents to begin the investigative process. Here is coordinator of a task force, Henry Sam.
We don't take delight in closing down businesses or doing something that would hinder the smooth operation of businesses. But what we want to advise is that on their own accord, businesses that operate in the night should regularize their tax affairs. They shouldn't take it for granted that we operate only during the day, and therefore they would also operate in the night. Once they have started operating in the night, we also work after 5 to ensure that those who are hiding, those in tax hibernation, those in shadow economy are brought into the tax net. So the word of advice is that they should volunteer. Those who are operating, the exercise is not going to be limited to Accra. We are going to extend it to other regions.
He has been explaining some of the sanctions to be faced by the operators when found culpable.
Them to bring some documentation for tax assessment. If they fail to bring this documentation that we have requested, what we will do is that we will trigger enforcement. We can seal off the premises. We can also prosecute them for impeding tax administration. So let's wait till Monday when they are supposed to bring the records. If they fail to do so, they do so at their own peril.
Henry Sam advised all nightclub owners and night business operators to comply by the country's tax laws.
And before we go, Christmas came early for hundreds of families who made it to the 2019 Joy FM Family Party in the Park. Live performances, dance and giveaways were the order of the day. For most of the families who made it, looks like the party will become their annual tradition. Karen Dodu has more.
It is usual to see adults take over Christmas parties. However, it was not the case for the Joy FM Family Party in the Park, as everyone, both young and old, had their own share of fun. Interesting side attractions like the bouncy castles and face paintings kept the young ones busy all day. So what's the painting you have on your face?
It's painting face.
Painting face. Okay, which animal is that? Is it a butterfly or a tiger?
Yes, butterfly. I was jumping on the bubbles and capsules.
For the grown-ups, they just could not stay in their seats as they listened to good tunes from Kwampa Life Band and Edem. A Alongside the numerous vendors and side attractions, planned activities such as the dancing competition, sack race, treasure hunt, musical chairs and many more allowed patrons win exciting prizes from some sponsors.
So this is a simple message to the boys.
At the end of the day, it was no doubt that it was a day well spent at the Legon Botanical Garden.
So good. I think it was worthwhile bringing my kids here. I really enjoyed myself.
Are we seeing you next year?
Sure. And I'll make it a point to invite whole lots of friends and family. Yeah.
How has it been so far?
Wonderful, wonderful, splendid. We are enjoying ourselves, and I wish this will not be an annual thing, but a quarterly thing.
This is my first time coming here. I really enjoyed here. I'm having fun. You can see all over me, my table. We are having fun. We are surely coming next year.
Yes, please.
So last year you were here.
Yes.
Next year will we see you?
Hey, I'm coming with big.
Oh, what I would say is Joy FM, you are too much. You are too much.
So it's the Joy FM 2019 family party in the park. Behind me are several families that are having fun, that have not regretted making it here today. You have seen for yourself several activities from dancing competition to cooking competition. Well, if you're home and you missed this, don't worry. Next year, we'll have more exciting packages for you. Reporting here from the Legon Botanical Gardens, Karin Dodu for Joy News.
And I tell you, that was fun.
Yeah, we definitely can't wait to see you next year. It's going to be bigger and better. Roland Walker, bring your family and all your kids.
I won't.
You will, yeah.
Well, but that's why we're having Christmas, and you can see that decor just depicts how many days and the countdown to Christmas. The 25th and subsequently all the shows, all the events, definitely we'll bring to you right here on the show. But in the meantime, we have to tell you, we'll do some introspection. We had this interaction the president had with various media houses, and some responses were given by the president. We want to interrogate some of those responses as well. And COPEC is raising issues with what could be some little increments in fuel subsequently. And we'll all take a look at it.
We've also got sports, newspaper review, entertainment, sponsored by Awake Purified Water with Becky's coming up next. Up next is the newspaper reviews.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.